This takes us to electoral violence now. What strategy are you coming up with to tackle electoral violence?
I believe we can do that through the involvement of all stakeholders involved in the electoral business. We're talking about the INEC, we're talking about all the security agencies, we're talking about the politician, everybody that is involved, religious leaders, everybody. Proper education, okay? Letting everybody know that election is not a matter of do or die. Somebody have to win, somebody have to lose, and whoever that is on the other side should be able to concede that, yes, I've lost. So long as the electoral process is transparent as we have in this country, which you know, as we have, I think there'll be, so long as there's credibility in the process, I think all this violence and everything will be reduced.
Let's now move to the recent collapse within the Ikeja barracks, of one of the buildings within the Ikeja barracks now. Can we have your account on this collapse?
Yeah, you know, we have it, I think on 25th of December, if I'm right, on Christmas Day, or thereabout, I visited the site that's within the highway barracks, within the vicinity of Police College Ikeja. And what we observed is that most of the buildings there failed integrity test. Most of the buildings there are maybe 50, 60 years old. You know, most of them predict our independence and whatever. They are old, and maybe because of the old age and the maintenance, you know, issue, challenges that we have, had led to that state of affairs. And I believe the IG had taken it up. He dispatched the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of logistics. He visited the site extensively, and he has made some pronouncements, which I believe the IG is going to work on it. So what we just need is just to wait a little while the Inspector General of Police work it out at that level with the government, and something very concrete will be done very, very soon.
Still on the building collapse, I'm looking at a situation where the officer in charge should be held accountable.
Definitely, it falls within the purview of the Nigerian Police Force, that's Force Headquarters. And I think they are doing the little they could.
Okay. Now, I'm just looking at it in the light of the person being held accountable for such collapse.
Accountable?
Yeah. The person in charge of the facility maintenance should have alerted the appropriate authorities that this building needs renovation or attention.
I believe it's not only that barrack that needs attention. And I believe the force has made adequate representation in regards to that. That I know very well. And I believe the government is taking a look at it. And something will be done very, very soon.
We understand that 81 police families would have to be relocated. Now, any provisions for these people?
I think the Force Secretary is working on that. Quick notice seems to have been issued to all those occupants. But we believe that even staying in that quarters alone, those barracks, one is endangering his or her own lives. And we have advised them that even staying in this quarters, barracks, the way it is not conducive. It is not safe. So I just advised them that we should have a look of getting them resettled somewhere. And I think effort is going on. The DLS is really on top of it, and I think it's within its purview, and I think they're doing a whole lot of things in regards to that.
Are you assuring us that all necessary lodging allowance has been paid?
Every member of the Nigerian Police Force is being paid lodging allowance. Every serving member is being paid lodging allowance.
What's your thoughts on the Lagos State Security Trust Fund?
Oh, definitely. So long as the operation of the trust fund is in line with supporting the police logistics-wise, I think there's nothing wrong with it. And I believe from my own experience, they've been doing a heck of a job. They've been assisting the Lagos Police Command. And we would have seen it through a lot of patrol vehicles all over Lagos State, gunboats, helicopters. To me, it's a worthy venture, and I think they need to be commended for that.
Isn't this a backdoor strategy in hijacking the control of the security apparatus in Lagos State from the control of the center?
Far from it.
But he who pays the piper calls the tune.
Far from it. Police remain a federal institution. as created under the Constitution of this country. And we can refer to Section 14 and 15, I believe.
Let's now examine the capacity of the Nigerian police to rise to emergency situation using the Lagos State and Ogun State Zonal Command as a case study.
You know, what we do here is just to complement the effort of the state that we control, that is Lagos and Ogun State. Within the state, you know, they take the leading in all these emergency efforts. And they have all the structures with the support of their state government. I think what I just need is just to give you kind of overarching kind of directives, you know, and support and leadership in that effort.
Now, like you've said, that most of these crimes are perpetrated in the creeks. How trained is the Nigerian police to tackle creek-related crimes?
Yeah, let me just give you just a vivid example. Like the Zonal Intervention Squad, maybe one of these days we can find a way of visiting their base. We're able to set up a training, you know, kind of facility in that can handle all form of crime. So our people are very well trained. And what we are doing at the zonal headquarters in this first quarter is to organize a very a training kind of program that will cover all facets of all the crimes that are being faced within the zone. And I believe this training program will start maybe next month here at the zonal headquarters, which will entail involving all the different cadres of our men, both from other ranks, inspectors and officers. And with this, we believe that we're able to move forward in letting them be, you know, fully equipped to face all the challenges that is facing us.
Before we wind down this conversation now, there still seems a strong perception of corruption tag on the Nigerian police.
Not under this dispensation.
So what are you doing about this corrupt perception?
Well, the present leadership of the Nigerian Police Force, under the leadership of IGP Ibrahim Idris, has zero tolerance for corruption. And this one cascades down all the ranks, that when you're involved in any issue concerning corruption, you're on your own and you have to pay the price for it. The IGP has zero tolerance, all the management team has zero tolerance, all the zonal AIGs, ditto all the commissioner of police. But we believe that we need to work in tandem with members of the public. As you know, the federal government, the president himself, is somebody that is anti-corruption czar. He has zero tolerance for corruption, and we have to key into the policy of the federal government, the value system that is being created. So corruption has no place in the Nigerian police, and the IG views seriously anybody that is involved in any act of corruption. It's not spared. That's just the truth.
AIG Kayode Aderanti, thank you so much for making our time to be part of this episode of Question Time. Thank you very much indeed. Definitely, a safe zone would bring about more progress in terms of development. We've had a strong declaration from the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Kayode Aderanti. We'll do our follow-up on the crime inventory and watch how the AIG executes its plans in making Lagos and Ogun State a safe zone. And that's it on this episode of Question Time. You may also send us a comment on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Join us next week for another exciting edition of Question Time from Channels Television. Many thanks for watching. I'm Benga Ashuru. Bye for now.